Hi, all. Earthy Wise Woman here, and I'm here to give your reading for Twin Flames for today, which is, I'm going to look at my calendar. Please forgive. It is the 28th of August. And I don't know where you live, but I know that there's been a shakeup in the cosmic and the microcosmic universe. It's just there. And I'm looking at my cards, and that's pointing to a lot of things that we really need to discuss tonight, okay? So I really want you to sit back, and I really want you to hear my reading, okay? I hope everybody's having a good evening. I'm glad that at least where I live, the weather is beginning to cool up a little bit. You know, not so hot, not completely cool, but better than it has been. Anyway, let's get on to this reading. In this, I really want you to take notes, or if you guys desire to ask me any questions, go ahead and put in the comments, and I will get back and I will respond, okay? But this evening, when I did the spread, I was surprised. For the microcosm, which, remember, this is the universe, like in the spirit world, you know, the spirit energy. The microcosm's card was the moon. I want you to see this. And that's the moon. Now, the reason that is a little bit concerning is, though the moon itself is a beautiful thing, as a card in a reading, the moon generally represents deception. Usually a lot of self-deception, okay? It's a lot of times people see things and energetically they know things are not good. They know that there's a breakdown in their feelings for their partner or their husband or wife. They know that there are things that they are truly not looking at. And I didn't say they're, they don't want to look. They truly don't want to look at these things. It's a lot of self-deception. And what self-deception means is it's almost like one not wanting to look at the truth, or someone lying to themselves about what they really see. It's either way you look at that, it is deception. Okay? Sometimes in a relationship, if we have been with someone for an excessive long time, we tend to stay with them even when things aren't very good, because we remember when things were very good. And we are constantly trying to get back to what things used to be like between that person and ourselves. We miss the old thing. And so we stay in that relationship thinking that eventually it will go back to the way things were. And sadly, I've never seen that happen. And that's the truth. I just have never seen that happen. Usually relationships are very much as is. So, there was an old song in the 80s that had a line in it that time, when people are together for a long time, they think, well, that's great. We'll just work it through. But sometimes time is just time. And time makes a lover feel like they've got something real. But you and me know they've got nothing but time. Interesting concept. Okay. And that is on the microcosm. Now, remember, as above, so below. And I say that because on the macrocosm, the earthly plane, the card is the hangman. Okay? Now remember, the last card was self-deception. This card is limbo. When a person is either too afraid or is too worried about the outcome to make a choice. Listen, I know it is not easy. I'm not going to tell you it's easy. Oh, you're with someone and you're not happy. Okay, let's just break up. No, I know that's not easy, because for a lot of people, most people, breaking up with someone or separating from a relationship, it's like a death. It hurts. I will tell people to try to work things through. But now here's another thing I want you to realize. Sometimes it is far better to hurt someone than it is to harm someone. And I say that to say this. If you're in a relationship and you're not happy, please let your partner know. Let your husband or wife know. And the two of you can go in for counseling. You guys can talk it through. You can try to make it work. But after all that is done, and if it's still not working and you're still not happy, maybe it's best to part ways. Now, I know everybody says, that's not romantic, earthly wise woman. There's nothing romantic in that. No, you're right. There is absolutely nothing romantic in a breakup. It saddens me and it hurts me. But in a breakup, there's a possibility of finding the right person and not resenting the other person, because eventually, when you are with the wrong person and you keep on trying to make it work, you start assigning blame. You start blaming the other person. You start blaming them for not being attentive to your feelings. And that's not healthy at all. All right? That's not healthy. And I want you to keep that in mind. Now, the next two cards, the first one is going to be the divine male, and the second one is the divine female. Now, remember, we are working off of these energies in our universe, the micro and the macrocosm. We're walking through this. So let's look at how this type of energy is affecting the divine masculine. That's the first card I'm going to pull. And that card is strength. And strength is great. Strength is good. But with the collection of these other two cards, strength is like an endurance match. Men, my gods out there, you guys are trying to swim upstream. And you're not being completely forthcoming to your partner and letting them know how you feel. You're not happy. And I know that a lot of you are taking the responsibility like it's your fault that I'm not, oh, it's my fault, I'm not happy. Well, she's given me no reason to break up with her, so I'm going to stay with her because she's a good person. And listen, she is a good person. All right? And sometimes my grandmother once told me that of all the logics in the world, the one thing that there is no logic for is love. Because love is of the heart and is of emotions, and then there is passions. And there is no rhythm or rhyme to that. And now this may sound crazy, but listen to me, divine men. If she is not making you happy, I can guarantee you're not making her happy. So you two need to sit down and talk this through and figure out what is it that you two are not doing for the other. What is it? Because relationships, as I've said in other videos, relationships, love, romance is something that has to be created daily. And that can be a wonderful thing. Or that can be like, oh my God, I gotta wake up every morning to this person. Ah, okay. It's all in the interpretation and it's all in how you're feeling. But the one thing you need to be is honest with your feelings, especially to yourself. If someone's not making you happy, I'm not telling you, men, please listen. I'm not telling you to go up to your significant other, your wife or your partner. I don't want you to say, hey, baby, you're not making me happy. I'm out of here. No, I'm not saying that. And I really don't want you to do that. I want you to be honest with yourself, like, this person's not making me happy anymore. And look at what you may have into this, because remember, they're only going to give as much as you're given. But if you're finding that you're doing all the giving and they're doing all the taking, you need to make demands. And don't assume, well, they're going to see that I'm doing all the giving and they're going to change. A person will change. My grandmother used to say it like this. A person can change, but they ain't never going to change for you. That's how she says it. In other words, we're going to have to be honest with our feelings. And we're going to have to let them know what we need and want. Don't make a person guess your needs, because unfortunately, if they guess your needs, I would say maybe 3 times out of 10 they'll get it right. Why risk that? So tell them your needs. Don't think they'll finally figure it out, because eventually you're going to get frustrated and you're going to get angry. Okay? And you're basically right now, you're basically holding your nose. Listen to me closely. This is the best metaphor I've got here, divine men. You guys are starting to hold your nose and eat sauerkraut like you like it. So knock it off. I want you to think about what I'm saying. I want you to be truthful to yourself, and then sit down and let your partner or your wife know what it is you need and want in order to make this relationship work. And listen to what they need and what they want and what they want from you to make the relationship. Remember, being in limbo is not healthy. Okay. And on that note, we're going to go to the divine woman. My divine goddesses out there. Okay, ladies, now listen to me. Please. Of all the cards in my spread this evening, the divine woman was the only one that fell in reverse. And it is the magician. I've been pulling this a lot for the divine woman, but it's in reverse. And to be very blunt, this represents disgust. Okay? Disgust, anger, frustration is a better word than anger. It's showing also that you guys are being a little deceptive to your partners and to your husbands. And what I mean by deceptives is, if they say to you, honey, I love you, you're like, oh yeah, baby, I love you. But you're not really thinking about what you're saying. And you're looking for greener pastures. You're looking for someone who's not like this person. You're looking for someone who will meet your needs. Guys, ladies, I'm sorry, my divine females, give your partner a chance. Now, if he blows it, or if your partner blows it, your husband blows it, know that you gave them a chance. Don't set them up to fail, because the irony about this, as below, so is so esoteric. It is so esoteric, because the opposite of male is female. And you guys are suffering from the same thing. The only difference is, it's like the glass on the man's side is half full, and on the woman's side it's half empty. You guys are literally almost on the exact same page, except you're on different parts of the page in the same book. So I'm stressing it. Women, don't be so disgusted with your husbands and partners that you set them up to fail. Okay? You need to communicate better, and don't get so frustrated that they didn't get it or they didn't figure it out. There is no secret language to love. It becomes a secret when you don't express it, your needs and wants. Men, don't hang up in limbo thinking that your partner or your wife will finally get it and she's going to change. And so then you won't have to do this endurance match until she gets it. All right, now listen, you two. There is a bit of a breakdown in communication between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. First of all, remember, you guys are on the same team. You are. You really are. But it doesn't help if you two don't sit down and discuss your needs and wants. Because remember, relationship is a daily thing of recreation. It can be a beautiful thing, or it can be an uphill struggle. It does not have to be that. So today, I want you to just sit down and write down what it is you need and want in a relationship. That goes for both my divine masculine and the divine feminine. Sit down and write out what it is you need and want in a relationship. All right? Okay, and be realistic about your needs and wants, okay? I mean, I would love to marry a man who made $120,000 a year, and all I have to do is sit around the house and eat bonbons. Actually, I really don't like bonbons. But the point is this: be realistic, okay? Be realistic. And don't set your partner up to fail. That goes for both male and female. My gods and my goddesses, Do not set your partner up to fail, okay? We're going to make it through this, all right? But be truthful and be honest with both your partner and yourself. Husbands, wives, partners, be truthful to each other and to yourself. I can't emphasize that enough. And on that note, I want to wish everybody a blessed day. And Earthy Wise Woman here saying, blessed be.